Welcome to Cloudy Knit Crochet. My name is Lori. My sky report today is bright blue sky with no clouds. What is your sky report today where you live? In this episode, I will be sharing a couple of free 2021 crochet alongs that I'm doing this year. The first one is called The Ray of Hope by the To Crochet Society. The second one is the Corner to Corner Plants Afghan Square by Divine Debris. I will link both their websites below. To share my Ray of Hope Afghan progress, I thought it would be best if I stood behind the camera and talked to you about it. When I first found Ray of Hope online, I was about 8 weeks behind on the clues. And when I saw it, I'm like, I have to do that. So I started and I was working my tail off to get caught up. The first thing you work on the Ray of Hope crochet along is the centerpiece right there. And the plan I had for my color choice, it first started off with my stash of yarn that I had in my home. And I thought, I'm going to make this whole thing with all the stash of yarn I have. But I really don't have a lot of stash of yarn. I'm just now starting to get a stash. So the center part is all from my stash. And then after I made the centerpiece, I was thinking, okay, what's the lay of the land going to be for the color for this Afghan? And once everything's connected, it will be circular. So the first 2 or 3 weeks during the beginning of the crochet along, you work on the centerpiece. And then every week after that, they alternate from doing a rectangle strip or a triangle strip. And another thing that I really liked about this crochet along was you're learning new stitches in each rectangle and each triangle stitch that you see. So I was thinking, okay, how am I going to do this? It's going to have to match the center circle. At first, I was just gonna wing it and just pick random yarn. And then I thought, no, I gotta have it make a little more sense. I have to let it flow right. So then I came up with the idea, okay, I know what I'll do. All the triangle pieces, I'm gonna do them in the same color, which is gray. Then I decided, okay, I got every other one gray. How am I going to work in the other colors? So then I came up with the idea, okay, my first row was a burgundy, mainly burgundy. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to go burgundy, and then a color, and then burgundy, and then another color, and then burgundy. So that's the plan. I'm going to wrap it around, triangles all gray. Every other rectangle will be burgundy. And then the other rectangles will alternate between 2 or 3 colors. I don't know for sure. This is definitely a work in progress. And I just got to look at it as I go. So to this day, I'm only 1 week behind to get caught up for this crochet along. And I'm having so much fun doing it, learning new stitches, and playing around with colors. One of my favorite things to do is the colors. I've already decided, though, the white in the center, that'll probably be the only white in the Afghan, because I just want that center area to really pop. And then to join all the rectangles and triangles, I decided to go with black, because I really enjoy working with black, because it makes all the other colors really stand out. So that is my ray of hope. And again, I'll link the information below if you would like to start on this free crochet along. It'd be really exciting to work along with it with you. So let me know if you're interested in starting it or if you are already working on it. So please leave those comments below. I would love to communicate back and forth with you in regards to the Ray of Hope 2021 Crochet Along. In this video, I just have so many visual things that I want you to see. So again, I'm behind the camera. Now I would like to share the second crochet along I'm doing for 2021. And this is called Plants Afghan Corner to Corner by Divine Debris. And again, I'll share that link below. And how her crochet along is working out. Every month she gives you a square to do. The first square that I did was the cactus. Now here's a little story about me. When I saw the cactus, I knew I had to do this crochet along. Just recently I started collecting succulents and cactus, and I got a little addicted. So I probably have about 200 baby succulents and cactus outside. And thankfully they're doing really well, and with spring here they're starting to bloom. So I had to do the crochet along because of that cactus square over on the right. And then after I did that one, I did the rose, which is on the left, and the one in the center is a leaf. Can't remember the name of the leaf. Sorry about that. So anyway, those are my first three that are completed, and I'll talk a little more about the month of April. Another thing I wanted to point out in this view that you see are the blocking mats. Oh my gosh, I never knew there were blocking mats. I didn't know how to block. In the past, I would just lay it on a towel on the floor, but I wasn't able to stick pins in to get the lines all nice and squared up. So I will leave the link below for these blocking mats that I got at Amazon. Now, you can see the leaf, I've already blocked it out, and it's been sitting there for a couple days. And then the other piece that's being blocked is one of the triangles from the Ray of Hope crochet along. So my process for blocking is pretty simple. I find out what the dimensions are for the piece. I measure it out on the grid lines on the blocking mat. I use the T-pins, pin it down. I got those pins probably about, I don't know, an inch apart. And then after I get it all blocked out, then I just take a spray bottle and I spray some water on there and wait a couple days for it to completely dry. And then I just stack them up until I'm ready to put the Afghan together. Like what am I trying to say here? The plant Afghan, I will just be stacking them up after I block them. So when I'm ready to attach those blocks, I won't have to worry about trying to block off 12 blocks all at one time. So I'm just doing it in stages. And then with the Ray of Hope, I block off the rectangles and triangles first, get them nice and straight, and then I'll sew them on to the Afghan. And I'm doing that one as I go. In the next segment of my video, I will be sharing the April 2021 plant Afghan square of how I go about adding in new colors for corner to corner. So please stay tuned for that next part. Thank you. On the April 2021 crochet along, I would like to show you how I go about changing colors for corner to corner. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I prefer chaining 5 to have a space with 2 chains. Some people chain 6 and then they have a space with 3 chains. I like to have a space opening of 2 chains. I like it to be a little more tighter and snug fit for the square. So you chain 5, and then in the 3rd chain, you'll do a double crochet. In the 4th chain, double crochet. And then in the 5th chain, a double crochet. But in this 3rd double crochet, I'm only going to do it halfway because my next block, I need to introduce another color, which will be peach. And the way I introduce the color is I lay it right on top of the previous color, which is white. And then I take the white strand, finish that double crochet, and now I have my first block of white done. And in this tutorial, I'm just calling this little section a block. So now what you'll need to do is you introduced a new strand of yarn. So you need to secure that yarn. And the way you secure a yarn is you're going to be crocheting over it in your next stitch. So I always lay it in the front of my work. Now, with corner to corner, you always have to think ahead. So my next 2 blocks will be a peach color, and then the 2 blocks after that will be white. So I need to trail this strand of yarn along with me as I'm crocheting. So let me show you how I do that. So I'm also going to lay that on the top of my work. So with my new color, which is peach, I'm going to do a slip stitch, chain 2, and then 3 double crochets, and then again on that 3rd double crochet you only want to go halfway like that. Now in this tutorial I'm just showing you how to change colors for corner to corner. If you would like to learn how to do the corner to corner stitch, I will leave a link below with that tutorial so you can learn the basics of corner to corner. And again, I'm just showing you how to change the colors. Okay, so we've already secured the peach end, so I'm going to put that towards the back of my work. And since I have 1 more block of peach to do here, then I have 2 blocks of white. So I still need to carry the white strand along with me. So again, I'm going to put that on top of the peach. I'm going to finish off that double crochet for the peach color. And now I need to follow the white along with me. So I'm going to need to crochet over the top of that when I put in my second peach block. So again, you slip stitch, chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then on that third double crochet, again, you're only going to go halfway, because now we're going to pick up the white strand. So you're going to cross that over the top of the peach, finish off doing the double crochet with the peach yarn. So now I have my 2 blocks of peach. So I'm done with peach, and now I have to put 2 blocks of white right here. So I'm going to set the peach aside, pull up my white, and do a slip stitch. Then you kind of want to tighten those ends so all your stitches are nice and tight. Chain 2, 3 double crochets, and then on this third double crochet, I don't need to pick up another color. I'm going to keep crocheting with white. So go ahead and just complete that third double crochet and then start on your second white block for this section. So I slip stitch, chain 2, 3 double crochets, I'm in my third double crochet. I only do half of that double crochet because I have to pick up a new color, and my next color will be brown. And for the brown, I will be doing 4 blocks of brown. So again, you take your new color, you put it over your previous color, which is the white, finish off that third double crochet, tighten your strands, and then as you can see, this brown strand is, I've already worked with brown, so the brown strand has just been hanging out here. So I'm able to pick it up now to do my 4 blocks of brown. And when you lay it across, you want to lay it not too tight, not too loose, just enough tension to be able to crochet over it. So I'm done with my white, so I set my white aside, I pick up my brown, I do my slip stitch, and I'm crocheting over that piece of yarn, chain 2, and then 3 double crochets. And again, on that third double crochet here, you don't need to add in another color for a couple more. So you just do a complete third double crochet and keep on going. Slip stitch, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. Okay, so right now I have 2 blocks of brown, and I have 2 more blocks to go for the brown. Slip stitch, 2, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And then I have 3 blocks of brown. Working on my 4th block, slip stitch, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. So I got 1, 2, and the third, again, you're only going to go halfway. Now, to end this row, I just need to add 1 block of white. So my white strand is already attached to my piece. So I'm going to take that, cross it over the brown, finish that 3rd double crochet on the brown, set the brown strand aside, and then start working on the white. So slip stitch, chain 2, and 3 double crochets. And there it is. Now let me show you the back of my work. So I'll flip it over. And then I gotta move all these strands out of the way. And then you can see when I brought up a strand of color to bring it up to another section, it's all hidden behind the stitches. So it looks nice and clean on the back and on the front. Well, I hope this helped, especially for us visual learners out there. And if you have any questions or didn't quite understand something, I'd be happy to walk through it again at a slower pace. Just let me know in the comments. And again, I will leave a link below if you do not know how to do the basics of corner to corner crochet. So there you go. I'm ending this episode with this awesome view of clouds that my daughter took. She lives in Oregon and she was visiting the coast over the weekend. I really appreciate all of you, and I hope you all are doing well. And I hope you're enjoying whatever projects that you are crocheting on right now. And I just want to remind you to go crochet up a storm until we meet again. And please subscribe, like, and ring the bell so you'll be notified of my future shows. Thank you.